guys, Desiree here. I am starting a new video based on the Epcot Food and Wine Festival cookbook that I purchased this year. Here's the cookbook, and there's a bunch of different recipes in here. Desserts, main dishes, great color pictures. And we'll try to do one every week and post a video of us doing it. So I'm going to start the first recipe off with the very famous crispy chicken. It is the crispy chicken with cornbread, and it has a red-eye gravy over the top. So as I was saying, we're going to make the crispy chicken and cornbread today. One small adaptation I'm going to make is that I am gluten intolerant, so I'm going to make this a gluten-free version. Which really, there's just a couple ingredients that I had to switch up, and you'll see that as we go about the recipe. But in order for me to enjoy it, it's going to be gluten-free. So first thing it says to do, preheat the oven to 375, which we have that going. And then grease a pan for the cornbread. So got a little butter here. I like to just put it on a paper towel and rub away. Another step to this is you need a cup of strong coffee. So we do have that already made behind us. That is brewed and ready to go for when we're ready to mix that into the gravy. Alright, pan greased. So now we're going to make the cornbread batter. So first thing for the cornbread, half a cup of butter over medium heat in a large saucepan until melted. Alright, so we need a saucepan. Saucepan, and it says half a cup of butter, which is 1 stick. We have that here. Nice and soft already, so it should melt pretty quickly. Get that going on the stove. And then once that's melted, it says to add a half a cup of sugar. So I got my little Pluto sugar measuring cup here. We'll get that ready. Once that butter melts, we'll mix that in. It says to whisk that in until it's melted, reduce heat to low, and quickly beat in eggs until well blended. We need 2 eggs. So we'll get those ready to go while the butter's melting. We've got those right there. Give them a little whisk so they don't separate too much when we mix them into the hot butter. Alright, that is good to go. Let's take a look at how the butter's coming along over here. Come on, Emma. And we have the rubber. Alrighty, so we got our butter melted here. We're going to mix in our cup of sugar. Get that all melted together. And then we got to get a cup, sorry, that was half a cup of sugar. Now we need a half a cup of buttermilk. So once that sugar is all good and melted into the butter, oven is preheated.
Timer just went off.
And by the way, this is my daughter Emma on camera today. We'll see how she does for her first video, if she still has a job for the next one. Alright, buttermilk going in. Give that a quick little stir. Alright, now we're going to mix in the 2 eggs.
It's like making scrambled eggs.
Kind of looks like it. Doesn't smell like it. All right, and then we need to add the eggs are beaten in. Baking soda. How much baking soda? Half a teaspoon.
Just added the baking soda.
It says blend until smooth, which it looks pretty smooth to me. Turn that down a bit. Leave that on low over here. And then we're gonna come back to this bowl I have set up. Flour, cornmeal, and salt. Okay, so like I said before, we're doing a gluten-free version of this. So instead of white flour, we're gonna use tapioca flour, which is gluten-free. And it cooks pretty much the same as all flour does. It just has a slight taste, but of all the gluten-free versions of the flour, this one, you can't really tell.
Be careful with knives.
Careful with sharp knives. So this has a half a cup of all-purpose flour.
You might want to wash that out. Nope, never mind.
So I'm going to go in with a half a cup of flour.
It's going to mix all together anyways.
All right.
There's the bowl with tapioca
And then
flour.
it says 1 cup of cornmeal. So again, be very careful if you are gluten intolerant. Make sure you get plain cornmeal and not cornmeal mix, because cornmeal mix does have flour in it. So
Yeah, you have to check on the back where the ingredients are.
And again, I don't have a gluten allergy, I have a gluten intolerance, which is different. I just can't eat it. So I don't have to necessarily buy things that are certified gluten-free. I just want to make sure that there's no actual gluten in what I'm using. So this says 1 cup.
Oh, 1 cup. So 2 half a cups equal 1 cup because someone stole our cup measure.
So that's in there. Flour, cornmeal, and salt. It just says half a teaspoon of coarse salt. And I can pretty much eyeball that.
That's good.
Right, coarse chopped salt with my little Mickey. All right, now I'm gonna give this a little mix into our wet ingredients over here. Get that all well incorporated.
Focus.
And get it all mixed in good. And now we just have to pour it into this baking pan and let it cook away for 30 minutes, which will give us enough time to get the chicken ready. Right there. Alright, so we have the cornbread cooking in the oven. We're going to get the red-eye gravy going here. 1 package of, it says to use chopped ham. From any red-eye gravy I've ever had, it's usually country ham, which is a little bit more salty. So we're going to use this one. Alright, so for the recipe, it says to use
That's what it'll look like at the end.
1 half a cup. So I'm just going to give this. That's good there. Looks like about a half a cup. So I'll just put the rest of this away for another time.
Ham in the container.
Okay, so while that cooks for about 5 minutes, so let that get browned.
Let's show what has been added.
Kind of like rendering bacon. Kind of the same thing. Just want to cook it down a little bit, give it the flavor. All right. Now we need to get the breading ready for the chicken. So again, instead of using regular flour, we're going to use a tapioca flour here. And this calls for corn flour and regular flour. So we're going to use the cornmeal, which is the same thing as corn flour, it's just ground differently. And then instead of the all-purpose flour, we're going to use tapioca. Let me turn my pan down there, sizzling away. Alright, so we need 1.5 cups of flour. Garlic powder. Give that all a little mix. Give that all a good little mix so it's all blended together. And that's our breading. Alright. Eggs and buttermilk. Now, for a wet bowl, let's get another bowl. Dry ingredients over here a little bit. Actually, I think we're done with the sugar. We can get rid of that. Alright, so I had that country ham cooking down for about 5 minutes. I added the tablespoon of butter. And then it says once the butter is all melted away, you're going to add a tablespoon of flour. Again, here using tapioca flour. Bring all that together. And the flour is going to be a thickener for the gravy. And then, Emma, if you can go grab me that cup of coffee that we made. And it does say strong brew, which we typically do make strong brew anyway, but if you're not a strong brew type of person, you might want to bump it up a notch.
Pour it in.
Heavy cream. I said not yet, but okay. And
Stir it lightly.
heavy cream. How much heavy cream? 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream. Alright, I'm going to turn that down to a simmer. Add our heavy cream.
Heavy cream up in there.
And then just let that cook. It's going to thicken up as it cooks. And then we're just going to keep an eye on it and stir it every once in a while.
And that came.
Goes together.
Have you ever got any sponsors? What if Disney sponsors you?
And we're going to do 2 cups of buttermilk.
What if Disney sponsors you? That's like a dream. 2 cups is a lot, but that's what we're adding.
And 2.
2 in the bowl. See a
Alright.
little splash of yellow every now and then. Dry, wet. Mix it lightly. It might look white on the camera, but it's a little tint of yellow, so that's the color you want it to be.
So we have the pan going, deep fryer for the chicken. So next we're going to coat the chicken in the buttermilk mixture and then in the flour mixture and get those ready to go in the deep fryer. So we got actually there was a sale. Boneless, skinless thighs, which is what the recipe requires. And we got lucky because they were on sale this week. So I have the boneless, skinless chicken thighs here, but I like to get some of the little excess fat off of them before I coat them. Sometimes they don't do a great job of trimming. So let's go through and trim some of these up. Alright, so we got the chicken battered in the egg mixture and then in the flour mixture. Now it's in the deep fryer cooking. So we're just going to wait for those to brown up. And I have a pan here with some paper towels for it to sit in and kind of absorb some of the excess grease once we take it out of the fryer.
Because look at all that grease.
Stop it.
Cornbread is now done.
Cornbread's out of the oven. There it is. Chicken with cornbread and red-eye gravy. We'll see how it tastes. I'm going to let the kids tell me what they think. Looks pretty good.